What do you do when the ranger comes knocking on your door? What door? Welcome back to the EdelKampers. I'm Fred.
And I'm Mary. We examine, explore, and educate.
Because it's never too late to believe in yourself.
Ain't that the truth? We are at 77500 Varner Road, Thousand Trails. This is Palm Springs Campground in Palm Desert. And we're going to take you on a little tour. As you can see, we are surrounded, I'm not sure if you can see, hopefully we can give you a better shot, by mountains and date palms. When you pull in to pick up your package, you'll stay to the right, as you can see this RV currently. And if you're coming through after being out for the day, you stay to your left. They'll come out and hand you a package and tell you to go take your next left and another left where you'll pull beside the pool. There'll be two long places where you can unhook your vehicle. As you enter into the park, and if you go left, there are 30 amp hookups. They are pull through. And then if you go to your right, those are your 50 amp hookups, and they are back ends. And then there are cabins scattered throughout both sides of the park. I'd love to walk down the campground rows, check out everything out. But I used to think it was to see everything. And as I do this more and more, I find that I enjoy the smells better. The smell of food and fragrances from each RV are very pleasant usually. If not, you just walk a little faster. We've also discovered at this park it is very family friendly, and there are a lot of road schoolers traveling in little caravans. So a great place to meet up. Palm Springs Resort, they do have a billiards room. We're going to go in and check it out for a minute. Okay, it is December of 2021, and the family lodge here by the pool is closed for further notice, but I think it's probably because they use the activity center a lot. Here's the bulletin board at the pool. As you can see, even though the family lodge is closed, there are a lot of activities going on in the recreation lodge. The pool here is amazing. It's December and the water is heated very well. They have activities in the pool in the morning, and there are people throughout the day actively using it. Fred and I's favorite spot, the hot tub. We've enjoyed this every night since we've been here and continue to do so.
We're in the hot tub.
We are.
In case you hadn't noticed.
Once again.
This tub be hot.
So the last one we were at,
no go.
But this one, and we're at Palm Desert, Thousand Trails.
Palm Springs, Thousand Trails.
Oh, Palm Springs.
In Palm Desert.
Yeah. So we're really excited. Met a lot of great people, always doing the 10 people.
Now they say, don't turn on the jets because there's no air pressure and it's really loud. So we haven't tried it.
But I think we might.
Nah, what do you think?
Why not when nobody's here? Let's try it.
When nobody's here.
Nobody's here.
Nobody's here. Should
So
we do it?
What
do you think? Put a comment down below. Should we do this?
Yeah, so pause this video. Tell us whether we should have, or if we did, turn on the jets or not.
So in 3 months, when you see this video, we'll respond. And then we'll go back and we'll try the jets.
All right.
Probably not.
I had to turn it on for just a few minutes. Let's see what Fred thinks. All right, so is it noisy, Fred? Oh, yeah. Not noisy?
I can't hear you.
Is it Is it just too loud, or is it annoying?
I can't hear you.
Tell us about the noise.
It's a bubbly noise. It's not that loud, but I had to get up to talk to Mary. And, the jets are pretty good. But the air is like, I go with weak. Very weak air. Over here, nothing. Here I can barely push my hand up against the wall. But here, yeah, turn them off.
All right. The outside showers are really clean and easy accessible. So a lot of people's questions are, do they take packages here at Palm Springs, California 1,000 Trails? And yes, they do. They have a message board for you so you can easily pick up your slip, which will tell you pick up package and recreation lounge 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it will even circle how many packages you have. We have 2. The recreation building is in front as you're facing the message board. It is green and beige, and you can just head that way and pick up your packages. You see when you go into the recreation lounge, they have a what's happening place that you can check out, ongoing events, special events, coupons, and more. Impressive little library. No, I'm just recording the library. It's pretty impressive. It's one of the nicer libraries I've seen at 1,000 Trails. There are actually about 6 pickleball courts, so there are some in front of the recreation and there are some behind it. There is a playground in the area, a little fence around it, behind the pickleball court, and beside the rec room to the outside wall is a little dog park. And then you can also enter here from the deck of the rec hall or activity room. And then there also is an entry from right beside the kids' playground. They do provide bags to clean up. The park also has several cabins on property. You can get propane here, just check with the office. This is restroom B, and there are 3 restrooms on this facility. What I found unique was that every restroom has a laundromat. They do have a folding table for your convenience, an ironing board and iron, as well as a basin or sink. The laundromats do have 4 washers and 4 dryers, so you don't have to deal with coins. You can use Wash Connect. And if you haven't used Wash Connect, the instructions are above the washer and dryers. They are $1.75 per wash. The dryers, I'm not sure if you can see it, but they are $1.50. So the shower room has a door where you can close it and have some privacy, which is really nice. And I have to say that these are the cleanest bathrooms and showers that I have seen at a campground so far. There is a nice pavilion for you to sit at and have lunch and play horseshoes. They do have 6 horseshoe pits, 1 to your left and 1 set on your right. A nice place to visit and have a nice game of horseshoes and bring your lunch. We are currently residing on Dove's Nest in Site 245. It's a perfect name for us. I have returned to 245 Dove Nest Street with mail. Oh, I was just showing them how the electric and the water are behind you instead of beside you.
On the other side.
Our electrical and water is at the back of our rig. And there, it's got nice plug-ins.
All right. If you remember a couple videos back, we had a refrigerator worked on at Cholla, I love saying that word, Indiana, and they put in a compressor fridge. So that's the good thing. It really gets too cold. So, and I have to empty this little defrost bucket. When I defrost, I get out the hairdryer, blow off the ice, and then this fills up and comes out. And usually it takes, we get to a campground, I'll spend a couple days doing that. So I'll defrost it for a little bit, I'll come out, I'll empty the bucket, go back in, defrost it, repeat and cleanse. So when I put the cover on, I just leave it up there so the sun's not getting in there.
It's a little hot, and when the sun's beating down in there, I assume the efficiency is lower. So, well, it appears that when we left our last campground, I didn't tighten up the little locks here, and it decided to go for a side trip somewhere. We called the old campground, they never got back to us, so we just ordered a new one. It doesn't quite fit. So, we're going to pull this benzol out. I assume it's a benzol. Oh, that's why I don't want to break this one. Huh. Does it fit? Oh my goodness.
Almost perfectly.
Yeah, the screw holes don't quite line up, but that's why they make power tools. Okay, there you go. All right. So, and this should go into, yeah. Into there. And then like that. Now don't just put your cover on and leave it like that. Don't ask me how I know.
You don't see this at every 1,000 trails or every campsite in general. They do have trash here, as well as recycling. So if you have trash, throw it in the green bin. If you have recycling, take it to the white bin. So
yep,
cute.
That is a really cool bird.
Hey, baby. So our daughter, she takes, in college, she's going for animal behavior and health. So whenever I find animals, I'll try to record them. Or oh, there's another one running through. Yeah, so cool. From here, for as far as the eye can see, is designated wilderness. What makes the place so special? The vastness, solitude, wildness, and challenge. In the 1920s, an enterprising poultry farmer thought he could have a turkey farm here and that it would work very nicely. However, the lack of water and distance from the markets proved that this was not a good place, thus the name Turkey Flats. However, here you will find desert scrub, sand dunes, and beautiful mountains. So don't confuse this unusual looking plant, the Ocotillo, I think I said that right, for a cactus. Their thorny bush is multi-stem shrub, in fact, is a woody deciduous plant. It also grows leaves in the spring and drops them off in the fall, and can do this as often as 5 times a year. This is the flower. There's not too many of them right now on the bushes because it is off season. If you look down the flower, you can see the prickly. And then we're coming really closer to what the leaves look like. Check out the Cholla cactus garden.
Delicious.
Yeah, he wants to eat one.
I do. I think if you fry them up and have them with turkey livers.
Well, here at Joshua Tree National Park. I don't know why, but I think it's an interesting sign. This is a lot of chollas. Maybe we'll find a little birdie on the cholla.
Bees.
Now check this out. Look at the ends of them. Isn't that pretty cool?
Oh. Don't touch it.
No, I'm not gonna touch it. I had the warning sign. So here in Joshua Tree, we're at where 2 deserts start to meet. It's a very subtle change, but you can notice it as you're driving through. If you've noticed a change of landscape as we've driven through or started taking pictures elsewhere, because you are now where the Colorado desert and the Mojave desert meet. There's no real boundary or lines between the 2 deserts, but just a gradual change in elevation, and it's represented by different animals and plant life. The Joshua Tree, Tree of Life. When you try to pick out anything by itself, you find it hitched to everything else in the universe. John Muir. Hi, we're at Joshua Tree National Park. It's not very far from where we're staying and a great place if you're in Palm Desert area to come visit. We're having a great time here today, aren't we?
I don't see any Joshua trees, do you?
Oh.
Oh, how about that one? Not bad.
This is called the Intruder.
Definitely over, represents 85 billion years of time. And supposedly forms the ground that we're standing on.
There it is.
The peak. There's the skull.
Skull Rock.
No skull.
I don't know why they
Skull.
call it Skull Rock.
Have
Does
no
it look
clue.
like a skull to you? Nah,
Looks like an ape.
it looks like an alien. Cone head. Yeah, it's a cone head.
All right.
I'm sure of it.
They say a desert's character is defined by its most distinctive plants. Here at Joshua Tree National Park, you have two different deserts here, the Colorado and the Mojave. The Mojave Desert is a high desert, slightly cooler and moister than the Colorado Desert. I'm sure if you'll hear this, it is crazy windy, but absolutely beautiful. And I'm gonna just let you drive it. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
All right, it's time for your Palm Springs cellular report. Okay, now these signals were boosted, and a quick reminder that boosters don't work on T-Mobile signals. They're too low a frequency, which is good because they carry further. And saying that, T-Mobile comes in at 8.34, our winner. Second is Verizon. We haven't seen that in a while, 5.93. And then last but not least is AT&T at 200. Well, have a good time in Palm Springs and get out, lots of stuff to see. And we'll talk to you next time.